Number 3 for Meepo, Tiffany Kalina, senior. For Columbus, number 2, Laura Minks, a junior. For number 5 for Bullets, Andrea Larson, senior. Courtney Orr, junior for Columbus. Number 6 for Mediapolis, Monica Edel, junior. Number 9 for Columbus, Kelsey Prutz, a senior. Number 9 for Mediapolis, Darby Massner, senior. Tori Johnson, also a senior for Columbus. Number 15 for Mediapolis, Kendra Woody, sophomore. Number 11, didn't have the number on the roster and I missed the name as he was announcing. Number 10 for Mediapolis, Heidi Hilliard, senior. Libero for Columbus, and again, the number doesn't match the roster. I'm so sorry, folks. It's kind of hard to hear Mr. Reif over there. And for our libero will be Abby Eberhardt, another senior. And the girls were handing out some crowd favorites. It looks like they were water bottles. And we're going to have our national anthem sung by Heidi Hilliard. Great job by Heidi Hilliard. And for those who remember, when she was younger, her and her sisters would commonly do that. I think they started off with basketball. I don't remember if they always did volleyball for the Hilliard girls, but it was a great showcase of Mediapolis talent in a different venue than just sports.
Oh, those Hilliard girls are talented, aren't they?
So again, for those who are just tuning in, we are first dogcast at home for volleyball, triangular. And it is Mediapolis, Columbus, and LandM. So the first match will be between Meepo and Columbus. And for Columbus so far this season, like I said, they've only been in a Waco tournament showing stats online. They won one match against Van Buren and lost against Wapello and Pekin. And we believe came home with the gold on that particular Danville tournament that was played at the end of August and haven't seen any live action since.
If you're just joining us, I'm Danny Davis and Kathy Isley. We are here in Mediapolis for the Triangular. The Mediapolis Bullets wearing their black jerseys with the orange stripes on the left and right-hand side. And the Columbus Wildcats, the Lady Cats, are wearing their full blue uniforms, decked out in white sleeves. Mediapolis is to the west, or to the north of the court, and Columbus is on the south side. That's how it starts.
Alrighty, will be Mediapolis ball. Number 6, Monica Edel will be starting off the rotation. easy. Number 9 returns for Columbus. 11 gets it over the net. First touch by number 6. Is that Allie Massner? Nope, Monica Edel. Gonna have to kind of be familiar from backside. They look a little bit different this year, a little bit taller. So as I was trying to figure out a name and number, I missed that, but it was a point earned by Columbus. I think we just were unable to get over the net. Served received by Monica Edel. Andrea Larson gets it over, and it's right inside the line, so that's a point for us, and we'll get that ball back real quick.
Obviously, with basketball, Mediapolis girls' height is going to be a key this year for volleyball.
Serving for us is, I was going to say Joelle Kendra Whitty. I do that often with siblings. And I believe that was served out of bounds. So serving for Columbus is number 4. Seen her a couple times. Get it over. Tiffany Kleina returns it over. Columbus gets it back. Number 1 for Columbus. Larson sets it. Darby sets it for Heidi. No problems getting the third one over. Columbus returns. Heidi gets the first touch. Darby kind of has to do a little back bend to get that. Heidi gets it back over. Nice little volley going on. Heidi tinks it over. Columbus returns. We got Whitty touching it. Darby sets. Nice kill attempt by Tiffany Kleina, but Columbus is able to get underneath it. And again, a set by Darby. Heidi gets it over, and Columbus is at their knees and unable to get under that one.
Kathy, what'd you think of that one?
That was a pretty good volley to start off. So the score is 2-2. Now serving is Heidi Hilliard. Has to really get back to the wall to make sure she doesn't go over that line. Serve, receive, and they put it in the rafters. And that was 4 touches for Columbus. And they can play it off the rafters, I'm pretty sure, but again, it was 4 hits. So another jump serve by Heidi. Third attempt by Columbus, gets it over, and it is out.
I was just going to ask you that, Kathy. They can play it off the rafter without a penalty or anything.
If my memory serves me correctly, and again, we'll have to justify, I've only had 1 year of experience with volleyball. I was a running coach, so coming in last year, it was definitely a learning curve for me to kind of figure out the ins and outs of the game, but I picked up a little bit. And so now it's Columbus ball.
Well, you learned from the best, Kim Scheitlin.
Yeah, Kim Scheitlin.
Missing her.
So number 8 for Columbus served that one. Tiffany gets it over the net. 8 is going to set for Columbus. 2 is going to dink it over. Darby gets underneath that one. Monica Edel sets. I think that was Larson that gets it over. Number 4 for Columbus has gone far from the back row, but no problem. Larson tries a kill attempt, but number 9 for Columbus is able to get underneath. And then 4 has problems getting it over, and 4 is not on the roster, so I'm unable to. But it's their libero.
I want to thank MTC Technologies, Mediapolis Savings Bank, and the Mediapolis Booster Club.
So serving rotation is Darby Massner, and that a little bit too much and goes out. So it's a 5-4 score with us in the lead. And we got Kara Brown in the rotation. Front row, we got Larson, Kleina, and Massner. Talk about height. First touch by Kara Brown, set by Darby, kill attempt by Tiffany, and is good. Comes off number 9, Pretz, a senior. And I've seen her around for the past couple years in various sports from Columbus. She's another tall girl.
What do we got? 4 of the girls out there right now, Kathy, that are also on the basketball team?
Well, all of them are, but 4 seniors, yeah. Yeah, and Kara Brown is just an inch or 2 shorter than Larson out there, so definitely some height. Rotation, libero comes in, and Tiffany Kleina will take a seat. Columbus serves to the back row. Darby sets. Kara Brown, too much on that one, and it goes out of bounds. So for front row for Bullets is Larson, Massner, and Brown, who is a sophomore this year. Columbus serves to Whitty. Kill attempt by Kara Brown goes in the net, but it does come off on Columbus side, and it's a point for us. The score is 7-6. Serve rotation, we will have Larson serving. Another little jump serve to the libero. Goes in the rafters. Columbus does a good job of trying to save it, but ends up into their bench. So that's an easy point for us, 8-6. Serve again to the back row. And ooh, that's a couple of out of bounds, and that's usually not normal for us. So the girls will have to adjust a little bit of their momentum strength on that one. Serving for Columbus is number 5, or she's a junior. Nice little serve to the back row. Abby gets underneath that one. Darby sets and Heidi tinks it over. Columbus gets a return. First touch by Whitty. Heidi sets, Larson gets it over, and ooh, that is out of bounds. Barely, look close.
I don't know, Abby Eberhardt had surgery last year on her, was it right shoulder, I think it was?
Oh yeah, that's right. See how she adjusts. She does have it wrapped, it looks like, a couple places. So we got a volley going on. It's on Columbus side. They get it over the net, and they find a hole on the bullet, kind of right in the middle of the front and back row. And ooh, Columbus took the lead on that one with a 9-8. And Coach Steffner took a timeout.
I remember, we were just talking about Abby Eberhardt, and she is a gamer. She's very competitive, and she's tough. I remember at the basketball
playoffs.
The playoffs, and then at the banquet at the end of the season, they were talking about all the great memories that they had. And Coach Rogers got up and he talked about Abby, and he said that he thought at one point she was so happy that she just wanted to kiss everybody in the van. He said she was the most emotional of all the girls. Definitely
watching her from across the gym, shows all of her emotions, whether she's on the bench or on the court, whether it's a basketball court or volleyball. She shows them very strong. Nice kill by Heidi, and kind of came off the cheek of one of the Columbus girls. So a little timeout worked to our advantage, giving us a tie game of 9-9. And rotation-wise, we got Kara Brown serving. Nice serve to the back row. Columbus receives. Number 5 sets it, but sets it in the net. And that's a point for Bullets. Yeah, so far Columbus, is looking pretty decent out there, giving us a run for our money to start with. But, it's hard to say that after not really having a whole lot of competition so far this season, if they just kind of came out a little slack. But I have faith in our girls that they will continue not to have too many problems. So nice volley. Darby sets. Kendra Whitty has a nice kill. And Obrero is unable to get under that one, so that's a point for us. And I apologize if I call her Joelle more than once this season, but it is Kendra, her sister, sophomore.
I bet that's never happened to her.
Yeah. Served received by Columbus, and they hit it out on our side, so side out.
You're listening to Kathy Isley. I'm Danny Davis, and this is the Triangular here at Mediapolis as the Bullets take on the Lady Wildcats.
Nice serve. Ooh, good serve by Kara Brown. Nice and low to the back row. Tough one to get underneath.
She just trapped that against the floor and couldn't get underneath it.
So that's a 13-9. So we had a timeout by Coach a few volleys ago, and Columbus had us up by 1 point, but we definitely come out of that one. And Larson called a side out on that one, but it was actually just inside the line. That's going to give Columbus a point. And the ball back, 13-10. Rotation for us. Kara Brown will sit, and Monica Edel was on the court again. Number 13 is serving for Columbus. Monica will serve receive. Darby does a little back set, I'm not quite sure, over the net. A little deceiving, I guess. Kendra's serving, and she serves in the net. So we're having a minor issue here and there. Served out of bounds, or there might have been one or two served in the net. It's not a common occurrence by us, but again, just maybe lack of playing this season so far. Darby had a nice dink over, and Columbus unable to get that one. So 15-11. So Heidi Hilliard is serving. Nice little jump serve. It's received by the back row. Number 2 gets it over for Columbus to Tiffany Kalina. Darby's going to set to Kendra. Nice. Nice hit by Kendra, and it comes off Columbus into the crowd. So not getting her shoulders squared up to the net is, again, a nice little serve by Heidi. And 17-11 is the current score.
The girls have a nice little student cheering section over here to our left, actually.
Heidi again, serve to the middle. Columbus having some difficulties getting that one over, but they do get it over on the third one. Darby sets, gonna have a kill. Nope. By Tiffany, comes back to Larson. Larson gets it right back over, and then Darby, nice little volley close to the net, and we will come out victorious, but that was a couple little hits just back and forth real close to the net. And just did a great job of keeping our bodies out of the net. I know last year, at some particular locations, Heidi would be called on that quite often. Sometimes she's never called, and others it's always in her. And then with a little excitement there, she served that one way outside the court.
I want to thank Beckman TV and Appliance, Big River Resources, Osborne Plumbing, and Klein's True Value.
So Sarah Todd Jr. for Columbus is serving. Heidi gets it over, and she serves out. I'm sorry, that was Larson. And I always call her Larson. I've called her Larson ever since junior high basketball, even in class. 18-13. Columbus is going to do a little rotation, but still serving as number 8, Sarah Todd. A little soft touch over. Monica Edel gets the first touch. They get it over the net. Darby was attempting moving to the left side, and Heidi was just unable to get underneath that one. So I don't think Darby was out of position. I think she was just anticipating it going somewhere else. So serving again, sets for Tiffany Kalinas, a nice kill by Tiffany Kalina. And 19-14. And back in rotation is Kara Brown in the front row. And serving is Darby Massner. Served received by Columbus. Having problems with that one, goes in the net. And I think they're going to call one of the players into the net.
If you'd like to send us an email and tell us where you're listening from, you can. It's dogcast@meepotelco.net.
Another serve by Darby. Columbus gets it over, and that is out. Good call by Kara Brown. 21-14. And a timeout by Columbus.
Well, Kathy, as far as you know, I'm not really familiar with the teams Mediapolis has played already. Have they been tested this year?
Like I said, unfortunately with Kim, being so part of the program for the past several years, she was kind of the guru of who was our competition in the past. But I can't tell you without looking at a record to know who might give us some difficulties. It'll be interesting. I just think with the strength of our seniors, wow. I mean, you talk about height and you talk about experience. There's obviously going to be somebody out there that will challenge us, but locally, maybe not too many out there. So back in action, we got Darby Massner serving, and poor Columbus gets it in the rafters and lost it.
I'm sure we'll always have competition, especially this year from Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity, yes. That'll be good. And I don't have a schedule in front of me to see where we're playing next. That's one thing I forgot to print out. So nice volley. Darby sets to Kara Brown. Kara Brown. And that is served out of bounds. So gives Columbus the ball back, 22-15.
And I think if I remember correctly, the other two you have, you got Winfield, Mount Union, and New London. Those are the 3 big ones you got to get by.
So nice serve and a nice kill by Larson. Columbus didn't see that one coming, I don't think. So I'm going to assume we're going to score 25. 23-15. And Tiffany Kalina will jump serve. Back row, received by Libero for Columbus. Gets it over the net. Back to Tiffany. Darby's going to set it for Kara Brown. Nice hit by Kara. Columbus gets under that one. Gets it over the net to Kendra Whitty. Darby's going to set again, and Whitty's going to do a kill attempt. Columbus is managing, getting it over. And woo!
Nice save.
Nice save by Tiffany and Darby. And then Kara's just kind of at a bad angle and hits that out towards the Columbus bench. So 23-16.
Tiffany had to stretch, but she got right next to the line and saved it.
So served by number 2, Minx, a junior, Columbus. And they get the point on that one. Looking at positions, Darby Massner setter last year and also this year, so you have some continuity there. Served receive by Kendra Whitty. Set by Darby. Kara Brown gets underneath that. Comes off Columbus's towards the wall, and that one was just pretty impossible to save at that point. So 24-17.
Is that the libero that slid against the wall and bumped her head on the cushion on the south side of the gym?
Yeah, maybe a little confusion of who was serving. And I guess it's going to be Larson. Gets it over. Libero hands on it. Number 2, Minx Jr. Number 9, another senior for Columbus. Darby, and a little dink by Heidi. And that will be it. That was game point, folks.
She just gently lifted it over the net there, and it was unexpected.
25-17 for that one. Well, we'll see.
We got a good team this year.
Yeah. Alrighty, so play action is starting for game, or I should say match number 2 between Bullets and Columbus Junction. And Columbus was able to start that one off. And Abby Eberhardt in the back row, unable to serve receive on that one, so that gives 1 point to Columbus. And number 5, Courtney Orr Jr. is the one who is serving. Serve received by Larson in the back row. Nice set by Darby. And I'm pretty sure that was Heidi. Yes. Heidi, who did a kill for Mediapolis. So again, we took the first match between us and Columbus 25-17. With Kendra Whitty serving. Number 9 for Columbus. Number 11 gets it over. Set by Darby. Larson gets it in the net. Kind of has to reach back on that one. Comes down at an awkward position for her hand. Serving is 13, Tori Johnson, a senior for Columbus. Serve received by Monica. Nice kill attempt by Tiffany. Columbus doing a pretty good job getting it over, and they do. And that is Kendra. I can't see who. Sometimes a line or the referee gets my way. Darby sets to Tiffany. Another kill by Tiffany Kalina. Almost just unable to move their feet on that one. She was in pretty close proximity, just wasn't adjusting her hips and her feet. So 2-2 is the current matchup. Heidi Hilliard, jump serve. Nice little sweet serve, but comes off number 1's hands. Actually goes towards the back wall.
Want to thank Two Rivers Bank and Trust, Standard of Beaverdale, SG Construction, and Agraway Partners, a few of our sponsors.
Again, Heidi serving. Number 1 is going to get that over the net for us. Heidi gets her hands on it. Darby's going to set it. No kill by Tiffany. And I think they're going to call a lift or something on that one. Or not quite sure the call. So serving for Columbus is their senior Putz. Serve received by Kendra. Darby's going to set. That's a good kill by Tiffany. Finds that hole in the back right-hand corner.
We got a 4-3 score.
And a rotation, Monica goes out and Kara Brown is in. With Darby Massner serving for the Bullets. Libero gets underneath that one. Number 11, senior number 9 for Columbus gets it over. Nice set by Darby. Another kill attempt by Tiffany, but they are able to get back on it. Larson has to get underneath that one and back to Tiffany. And a good volley going on. We got Whitty. Darby's going to set. And good attempt by Kara Brown. But Columbus gets it over. Really good volley going on. Tiffany gets that one. Darby's going to set again. Kara Brown. Kara Brown is in the net on that one.
What a great effort by Columbus there, Kathy.
Yeah, very good. That's some good action when that's happening. Unfortunately, that didn't end in our favor. So the score is tied again, 4-4.
Kathy Isley and Danny Davis, we are broadcasting here in Mediapolis. It is the Triangular. The Bullets taking on Columbus right now.
Nice kill by Larson. And that was served by Columbus Sarah Todd, who's a junior. And so that gives us the ball back. Tiffany is going to be serving. And girls over the years who've seen a lot of playing time on a volleyball court between club and 6 years of being together. Close-knit group, I'm sure.
Well, and a lot of these girls, you know, were playing together in diapers.
Probably, because I'm pretty sure their parents have been close.
Yes.
Makes it more fun as an experience overall, I think, for parents and athletes.
Oh, definitely.
So Tiffany got that one over. Columbus had a little problems getting it back, and that gives us a score of 7-4.
I think sometimes we live vicariously through our kids.
So serving again, jump serve, Tiffany. Number 2 for Columbus gets underneath that one, Minx. And they get it over, but it is out of bounds. And the ball has disappeared.
Columbus has they brought with them a nice fan base.
Yeah, a couple blue shirts over there. And our fan base has increasingly gotten larger since our beginning. I think, again, 5:30, it was just not everybody is off work or have time to commute home. But it's good size. And 9-4, so we're not having too many problems in this one. Columbus is looking good, but we're trailing a little bit on this one compared to the first match. Had some problems getting that one over, but they do. And Darby's going to set to Heidi in the back row, and it's going to come hard off of Columbus, and that's going to hit the American flag. So a score of 10-4. And this is the second match between Mediapolis and Columbus for those who are tuning in late. We took the first match 25-17. And on that one, Tiffany served it out. And so the score is 10-5.
And Mediapolis is in the south end of the court, and Columbus at the north end.
So libero for Columbus just served and kind of rolls off her fingertips. Don't see that very often, but it rolls in the back court. Out of bounds. So number 4, libero, is going to serve again. Score is 10-6. So hopefully Columbus doesn't get any momentum here and ties up the game. And that's a good hit by Kendra Whitty. Hard off Columbus, and that gives us the ball back.
I want to thank the Brewer Agency, USG, and Federal Mogul, a few of our sponsors tonight.
Serving rotation is Andrea Larson.
She looked at that one go by. And
too much oomph.
Yep.
So serving is number 2, Laura Minx Jr. for Columbus. Nice serve to Kendra Whitty. Darby's going to set to Heidi Hilliard, and she finds a nice little opening in the court. Number 2 coming off the serve just was unable to get in position. So 12-7 is the current score. Kara Brown, sophomore, gets it over to Abby Eberhardt. Darby's going to set. Tiffany. I think they called that outside the net or whatever. It was outside the little pole things, whatever the technical term for those. So 12-8.
The girl from Columbus there, the number 2 shirt, was trying to get the judge to call it in their favor, but she was over there making hand signals.
Directing the plane into
yeah, that's what it looked
tarmac. Number 5 for Columbus, Courtney Orr served. Mediapolis, no problems with serve receive. Columbus hits that one out of bounds. Good judgment by Abby Eberhardt, letting it go. And 13-8. And we're going to have Kendra Whitty serving. Comes off number 9, and she way behind her head, and that goes way behind the rest of the Columbus girls' heads. 14-8. Goes to the libero, number 4. 5 is nice set for Columbus. 11 is going to hit that out. I don't have a let on my roster. It's a nice little run here by Kendra Whitty. 15-8 is the current score. And finds a nice little hole. Number 2 has problems serving, receive that one. Kind of goes underneath the net. And we're going to have a timeout by Columbus.
Let's look at a few of our sponsors, Des Moines County Mutual and the Eland Agency, Myers Construction, Fast Break, Morning Sun Farm Implement, Wright Electric, Meepo Foods, Lane Plumbing and Heating, and Pixels PC. Just a few of our sponsors here on tonight's Dogcast. Mediapolis Triangular, it's Mediapolis and Columbus, 16-8 in the second game. I'm Danny Davis, joined by Kathy Isley, who's doing all the work tonight. And we hope that Gary Kester is okay. He was going to be here tonight, but I got stuck with Kathy. And Kim Scheitland is greatly missed right now because I know about, well, I know nothing compared to Kim.
And I know 10% more than you do.
Yeah, right. No, the torch has been passed, Kathy. Torch has been
We're out on a
passed.
cross-country course. I can tell you what wonderful tree we just passed or what hill we just ran up, but volleyball court, a little bit different.
You'll have to tell us about the cross-country team coming up here.
So we're back in action, and I think it was Kendra Whitty still serving for us. So coming out of that timeout, did not work in Columbus advantage. And like I said, Kendra's been on a nice little run, 17-8. Served, received by number 2, set by number 5. Number 9, senior for Columbus, gets it over. Darby sets to Heidi. Heidi dinks it over, and we're playing at the net right now, but get it to the backcourt of Columbus. Kill attempt by number 9 of Columbus, Pretz, and that is out of bounds. And still serving, Kendra Whitty. Served, received by the back row, number 2. Number 5, too close to the net and just wasn't in good position to make anything with that. Another nice serve by Kendra, and she's found a weak spot with number 2 for Columbus. Not that she's unable to do anything, but just not able to make any momentum off of that first hit for Columbus.
Just about every girl over there on the Columbus bench put their hands on their head. They knew that it was just a bad one.
So serve received by number 9, Pretz. Gets it over the net to Larson. Darby set into Heidi. Abrero gets her hand underneath that one for Columbus. Have a third attempt. There we go. Getting it over. Larson gets it. Darby. Heidi. Nice kill. Number 2 is getting all the action for Columbus in that back row. She's getting her workout. Nice kill by Heidi.
That one just hit the floor in front of the Columbus player.
21-8. So Columbus looked really good in the first match. Not that they are terrible, but they haven't been able to make anything off of that. Number 8. Ooh, girls, a little poor communication on Mediapolis side. Whether or not somebody was going to go for it, and last minute hit kind of takes it out of bounds and unable to do anything with it. It's kind of like one, are you getting it? No. Am I getting it? No, I guess I have to get it.
You don't see that much from the Mediapolis girls. They usually can.
They usually know who's going to get that first touch. Nice kill by Tiffany. And she's really come strong in the past 2 years. I'm not quite sure her playing time as freshmen or sophomores, but I know last year and this year she's a lot stronger. So serve rotation for Mediapolis is Heidi Hilliard. Nice to the back row. Libero gets underneath it. Second hit. Third one gets it over the net for Columbus to Kendra Whitty. Darby's going to set. Ooh, that was by Larson, I believe, to the corner. Nice kill. So we have some kills by Heidi, Larson, and Tiffany, I would say, the majority. Kara Brown had some good ones in the first match. And 23-9 is the current. Nice little jump serve, and yeah, can kind of tell when she goes up, she gets a little too excited.
Yeah, a little too much gusto there from Heidi, as you said.
It doesn't take much on a small court for volleyball. So number 9, senior is serving for Columbus. Heidi gets a serve receive. Darby's going to set. Tiffany is a kill attempt. Columbus gets it over, but it's out of bounds. So we are at game point, 24-10. With a little rotation on our part, and Darby Massner will be serving for the Bullets. I could be wrong, but I think she had the game point last time, too.
There it is.
There it is. 25. Oops, sorry. I don't know if I'm breaking up as I hit my microphone. 25-10 for that one. We're starting the third match between Mediapolis and Columbus. Mediapolis took the first two 25-17 and the second one 25-10. Columbus is coming out strong this one. Nice little volley going on in the hands of Kendra Whitty, and she has no problems getting that one.
Kathy, the libero for Columbus has, is that a knee brace on her right-hand side? Do you know why she would have that?
Yeah, she has the black tape, the infamous black tape that you see a lot of athletes wearing now. So I'm assuming for stability reasons. I don't know why she just doesn't have a normal brace on, but I would assume with the black tape it's going to give her more mobility, but yet stabilize whatever's giving her problems at this point. Don't see it very often in volleyball. Usually they just have a straight knee brace. So Monica Edel is serving the first 2 points for the Bullets. Darby's going to set to Whitty. Whitty tinks it over, but Columbus gets underneath that. And Monica gets her hands under that one. That one goes over. Columbus struggling on this one a little bit, but does make it. Good job. Kendra Whitty gets that one. Set back to Kendra, and a good kill. So Columbus was fighting hard. They were all over the court. And came up short, 3-0. So 3 points scored for Monica, and she is a junior this year. I know last year she dressed varsity. I don't believe got a whole lot of playing time, but as a junior and senior, she'll definitely make her name on the court this year. So Columbus now has the ball, 3-1. Serving for Columbus is 13. Tori Johnson, who's a senior. And that one, I believe, was served out of bounds.
Abby Eberhardt once again jumping all over, giving high fives to everybody.
Oh, served out too much on that one, just across the black line. So 4-2. Maybe it's because she's so small and springy.
She has to jump
Maybe
up.
That's what it is. Just like Tigger. Number 9 serving for Columbus. Larson gets the first touch. Set by Darby, and nice kill by Tiffany.
Coach Rogers also said at the basketball banquet last year that each one of these girls, even though they're very close, each one of them has their own distinct personality.
And parents, I'm sure, can contest to that also.
Oh, yeah.
The mold is always broken after each individual child.
That was one from Heidi right in the net.
So serving for Columbus is number 8, Sarah Todd, a junior. That is awkwardly served received by Heidi, who slid to the front row and just blocked Darby from getting her hands on it.
Looked like she said something to Darby and was a little upset with maybe her herself.
So again, served received by Heidi. Darby's going to set for Larson. Nice kill by Andrea Larson. So you wonder in a sport like this and never have played volleyball just how much communication is just being familiar with your teammate. I mean, there's no verbal cue that you can really give a whole lot because it's such instantaneously reaction to the ball being served. But when you come off of working together for so many years, that has to be a huge advantage.
Kalina right in the net, looked like.
So So a little bit closer game for us to start with, 6-5. Libero for Columbus will be serving, number 4. Serve receive to the back row, and that comes hard off of Heidi and towards the bench area. So that's a tied ball game right now. We kind of have been making some silly mistakes on the third match here. So serve receive by Larson in the front row, set, and Larson's going to get that over dinked. She's going to dink it again. I'm pretty sure they're going to call her in the net.
I was going to say.
She touched it.
Just a little bit. Darn near laid in it.
Yeah. So number 4 still serving. Serve receive back row. Kendra Whitty. Darby's going to set. Kara gets it over. Columbus does an excellent job of getting over, kind of find the weak spot, and that was where Kara Brown was supposed to be, but she, again, was close to the net because of the previous play. So Columbus has a 2-point advantage right now, 6-8. We'll see if Coach Steffner calls a timeout, depending on the next play. And comes off the net, but it's still good. And a little bit of opposition, and
You're right.
I thought so. If we didn't kind of get it together on that one, don't want to give them too much. It's always about momentum, I think. I mean, trying to mentally get them out of it.
Let's thank Osborne Plumbing, Kleins, Big River Resources, Beckman TV and Appliance, Mediapolis Chiropractic, Fast Break, Myers Construction, Deb Massner Real Estate, the Brewer Agency, Des Moines County Mutual and the Eland Agency, and the Mediapolis Booster Club for bringing us this dogcast. You know, we were talking about the girls and the chemistry and talking to each other, and one of the things that I noticed throughout the basketball season, when they were on, they were all on. But you watched the state game when they lost to Floyd Valley. I think it was Heidi Hilliard who eventually fouled out, and I know that Andrea was having kind of a bad game, and you know they were both so close, and they both have played so long together. It was almost like it affected both of them, you know.
Like Siamese twins that once they're, detached, they can still feel each other's vibes. And
exactly.
they know something's just not right.
Right.
So coming out of the timeout, we get the ball, and Tiffany Kalina just served for Mediapolis. And a set by Darby, but it's too close in the net for Whitty to get a good hand on that one. So that gives Columbus the ball back, and the score is 10-7. So number 2 for Columbus, Laura Minks Jr. is serving. Served received by the back row, Whitty. Darby's going to set. And kill attempt by Brown, and nice block by Columbus, but that goes out of bounds.
I don't think we've seen Allie Massner tonight, have we?
I don't think so. Trying to see if she's actually on the bench. Yep. Sometimes they all look the same when they have their long dark hair.
And their long faces when they're down a couple.
So call that one on Columbus. So we're going to get the ball, and it's 9-10 with Andrea Larson serving. Front row we have Heidi, Whitty, and Kara Brown for the Bullets. Columbus struggles on that one, but gets it over. Heidi touches it first. Darby sets. Kara Brown, kill attempt, but that's out of bounds in the back. So she's the outside hitter. So number 5 for Columbus, Courtney Orr Jr. serving. And we got a little bit of whistle blowing. And the referee is going to talk to one of our line judges if she's not in position.
Interesting. Went over and told Aaron Steffner to move about a foot over.
Yeah, and then I look at the other line judge, and he's like 3 feet off his line, so.
I meant Aaron Woodruff, I'm sorry.
That is Aaron Steffner. Nice little volley going on. We have Abby Eberhardt set to Darby. Darby's going to give it to Tiffany. Columbus is in momentum. Libero's going to put her hands on it. Ooh. Little kill action by Libero, but that goes out of bounds. Line judge we're missing is Lori Carnes, one of our elementary teachers, and she does several of our games, so probably has a prior commitment to it. Serving for us is Kara Brown. Columbus puts it up in the rafters, which they've done more than once tonight, and just is unable to come off that.
You know, Kathy, now that you mentioned it, I did see her, and she was walking her dog Willie over by the Presbyterian Church when I came here.
So nice serve by Kara, and that gives us a tied match of 11-11. And still serving is Kara Brown. Served received by number 9. Librero gets it over for Columbus. Larson touches it first. Nice set and a nice kill. Goes out of bounds, and he called something. I don't know if he was trying to call a lift or not quite sure.
Let's thank Federal Mogul, Standard of Beaverdale, Fast Break, and Ride Electric.
And one of the girls for Columbus is talking to the ref, and a slight delay. Maybe she just wanted verification of something. Kara Brown, and that was the end for Columbus right at the line of the libero. 13-11. And again, this is the second year as head coach for Erin Steffner. Assisting her is Jamie Henning. And for those who haven't seen or heard a little bit reversal role, I'm sure for those who've been here past couple years, it's always been Erin Steffner sitting as assistant, pregnant more than once throughout the volleyball season. But this time it's Jamie, and she's expecting a baby boy very soon in October, so she probably will not be around to finish the season. So in planning, they didn't plan very well, but sometimes you just go with it.
Yeah.
But she does fresh soft and JV, so Erin Steffner will have her plate full when she's on maternity leave. So had to wipe off the floor a little bit in Columbus side. A little wet, sweaty action. Kara Brown still serving. It's 15-11. Columbus is serve receive, gets it. Larson is first, then Darby. Whitty gets it over. Nice move by Librero. And hole in the Columbus. Are unable to get that one over. So again, still serving is Kara. Nice serve. Nice return by Heidi. Comes hard off Librero. And a little miscommunication by Columbus. I don't know who number 11 is, but they're not happy with her choice. So a nice serve by Kara again. It's one we haven't seen is the blockage in the front row, but that was a attempt by Whitty and Heidi.
Columbus will take a timeout, and I'm Danny Davis, Kathy Isley. We just wanted to mention that right now this is the third game of a triangular. Mediapolis leads 18-11. If you're just joining us, Mediapolis took the first two games, and once again we're here in the third game at Mediapolis. Let's thank a few more of our sponsors. Big River Resources, Morning Sun Farm Implement, Standard of Beaverdale, Deb Mastner Real Estate, Two Rivers Bank and Trust, Hawkeye Petter Shop, and the Brewer Agency and the folks at USG. Just a few of our sponsors during this Dogcast season.
So for the rest of the week, I'm not quite sure when the girls actually play again. I know the Fresh Soft have a tournament this weekend, but I don't know if varsity. Oh, sorry, my microphone. They might go to Pekin, I think, is Thursday.
Sorry about that.
I think that's where their next match is. So coming out of timeout, we still have Kara Brown serving. And that one was actually out of bounds on our behalf.
And our next volleyball broadcast will be September 18th. Volleyball here against Lone Tree. You corrected me on that, right? That was volleyball here?
I don't know. No, I think it's at Lone Tree.
Is it at Lone Tree?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll carry it. There's a point scored by Mediapolis.
19-12. Kendra Whitty will be serving for us. Nice back row serve. Serve receive, get it over by number 1 of Columbus. Nice little tip by Heidi. Columbus struggling a little bit. That goes out of bounds in the Columbus side. 20-12.
And we're sorry if we just lost you. We had technical difficulties. We're back on. Glad you're with us.
I'm just talking in mid-space.
Well, notice we lost connection there.
So another point for us, 21-12. Columbus unable to get a return on that one. Nice back row serve. Oh, a little bit too much on that one by Kendra Whitty, and that goes out of bounds.
The LandM volleyball team makes their way into the gymnasium and sits down, and I think they know who they're going to play.
Serve received by Larson, set by Darby. Nice kill attempt by Tiffany, but Columbus gets it back over. Another set by Darby and kill attempt by Heidi, but that goes in the net on our side. I think that was Heidi. So Columbus 21-14, number 9, their seniors serving Pretz. Nice serve received by Heidi, set by Darby. She got a little too far underneath that net and just kind of had an awkward torque to her body.
The Bullets north on the court, Columbus to the south.
Serve received by Whitty. Nice set by Darby. Kill attempt by Tiffany Kalina. And ooh, I don't know if Columbus touched it. Nope. Yep, they did touch it as it might have been out of bounds, but so 22-15, and Heidi with her jump serve.
Touched out.
Columbus saved us on that one.
Yeah,
Heidi needs to pull off on the heat a little bit. Sure, that's kind of hard for her.
23-15.
There you go, the back row. That's how she wants to do it. Coming off the libero. Libero dinks it towards the door.
Looked like maybe it just got a little high up on the libero's wrist there, and it went back instead of forward.
Another jump serve, and
Nice from Heidi.
a little bit of miscommunication by Columbus. Seems to be on the third match was their disarray. So that was a 25. They cleared it before I wrote it down. 25-9, 25-10 maybe. I missed it.
I was thinking 25-14.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it was.
See, short-term memory. Kills me every time.
So Mediapolis will go on to face LandM.
I think it's Columbus and LandM.
Oh, it's Columbus. I'm sorry. Columbus and LandM.
So we'll get a little bit of break.
And then we will face the winner of this match. Is that right?
Or we'll play LandM. So each one. So Columbus is playing LandM, and then we will play LandM.
Oh, okay.
So everybody gets to see each one once.
Okay. So Columbus and LandM will play 3 matches. Is that correct?
Everybody plays 2.
Everybody plays 2.
So Columbus will play back-to-back, and then the last 2 matches, LandM will play back-to-back. So it's our little advantage of getting the break in between.
Mm-hmm. Here tonight, Mediapolis took the first 3 away from Columbus. Columbus and LandM just fought it out. Columbus took 3 from them. And now Mediapolis and LandM playing. Mediapolis on the north side of the court, LandM at the south side. Mediapolis wearing their black with orange trim, and LandM wearing black with white trim. Getting ready to serve.
So nobody had a wardrobe change for this game.
I guess not.
So LandM started off that serve. Number 10, Lexi Reimers, senior, and she served into the net. Starting our rotation will be Kendra Whitty. Received by 29, Hargrave. Hargrave gets it back with a kill attempt. Nice set to Tiffany Kalina, and that is a kill. So another serve by Kendra comes off number 10, Lexi Reimers, into the bench area for LandM. So an easy point for the Bullets. Another serve by Kendra to the back row. Set by 25. Number 12 gets it over. Nice little volley going on. Number 10, senior for LandM, gets it over to Kendra. Darby's going to set. Heidi puts a little soft touch on that one. LandM is successful getting it over. And they're going to call a rafter violation.
I thought they could play the rafters.
I think it was up on our side, so we couldn't play it off of LandM, if that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
So LandM hit it up in the rafters, but it was on the Bullet side, I think. It's a nice little stretch for Kendra, 5-0. Received by the back row, Reimers. Set by 25, over by number 12 of LandM. Darby's going to set it. Tiffany gets it over, and that is in. So another great serve by Kendra. LandM returns it immediately. A little volley. Monica Ito gets her hands on that one. Tiffany a kill attempt, but that's out of the net.
Was that play right there by design where Heidi went up? But was she faking it? Was that what it was?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a technical term for that, but. So LandM's going to serve, and that one is out.
All three girls ran to look at that one on the line.
Number 8, Hewer, senior for LandM. Nice serve, but just too much on it. So we got Heidi Hilliard with a jump serve. And woo, speaking of out, way out of bounds on the right-hand side. So 8-1, 30 for LandM is serving. Lawrence, senior, to the back row. Monica. Heidi gets her hands on that one. Larson has to get it over, finds a little hole on LandM's court. Rotation, we have Kara Brown coming in for Monica. Serve by Darby Massner.
Lack of communication there between the LandM players. Everyone's kind of looking around. You got it, I got it, he's got it.
Nice little set by the libero, but nobody was in the front row ready for it. So served again by Darby. Libero comes hard off of her wrists into the crowd of Mediapolis. Maybe. Oh, we got Jacob Orth doing a little announcing over there. 10-2. Another nice serve by Darby. LandM is struggling on that one, goes out of bounds. They attempt to get it back into play, but no go. Nice placement in the back row is where they continue to struggle for LandM. So if Darby kind of keeps finding that little weak spot. And a timeout by LandM with a 12-2 run.
I want to thank Fast Break, Morning Sun Farm Implement, Myers Construction, Wright Electric, Meepo Foods, Lane Plumbing and Heating, and Osborne Plumbing. Just a few of our sponsors here, bringing you this Dogcast. Mediapolis leads right now, 12-2 in the first round of the third match in tonight's Mediapolis Invitational. If you're just joining us, I'm Danny Davis with Kathy Isley. Kathy doing all the work tonight, thankfully.
Oh, I'm trying. Now I can talk to Cody. He can hear me now.
Oh, he can, he?
Cody's our cameraman. So coming out of that timeout, 12-2. Darby is still serving. LandM was having some problems on the serve receive. Puts that one up in the rafter, but it does get it over. Larson was ready for it in the front row. Found a nice little empty spot. Nice soft touch by Larson. So rotation for LandM will be their ball, number 14 or 11. I want to say it's 11 or not. Oh, way off on that one. It was 18, Brockett Jr.
That was a nice kill by Andrea.
So next in the serve rotation is Tiffany Kalina. Nice serve receive by LandM. Gets it over. Kara Brown gets her hands on that one. Darby's going to set it. Nice kill attempt by Larson. LandM gets it over. Heidi touches that one. Nice set. Kara Brown. LandM was ready for it. Kill attempt. Nice block by the front row. Larson and Brown. Number 8's going to dink it over. Heidi gets her hands on that. Another kill attempt by Whitty. And that one was good.
We tried to play it against the ceiling air, and LandM just couldn't come up with it. A couple girls looking at each other. The lack of communication again.
Tiffany is serving from the middle of the court. Not too many girls do that. It's either off to one side or the other. And that one is served into the net. Libero for us is back in, and that is Abby Eberhardt this year. So LandM serving. That was in.
Trying to figure out
if
Abby got her height from her mom or her dad.
Both.
Yeah, probably.
But she's springy.
She is. A lot of emotion on that team that she provides.
And as you mentioned before, she had a surgery last year on her, was it the shoulder?
Yeah, I think it's the right shoulder.
So that was a serve by Larson. LandM gets it over. Abby first receives it. Darby gets it over. And nice call by Andrea Larson of out. 17-5.
Tell you, between volleyball and when she plays basketball here in a few months, that arm's going to take a lot of beating over the next few months.
Hopefully appropriate rehab over the summer to make it strong, but sometimes you just can't control certain things. So that was a nice little dink by Heidi, giving us another point, 18-5, still in Larson's hands. So if anybody is out there listening and want to give us a shout out and say hi, who you are and where you're from, feel free to email us.
Dogcast@nepotelco.net is the email.
Nice little jump serve by Andrea. LandM is struggling. That one goes off in the bench. Not getting in position behind that ball. Another rotation by LandM. Nice receive. Number 8 gets her hands on it. Save that one, but it's too close in the net, and LandM can't get it over. Woo. Larson had a lot of energy on that one, but LandM did touch it, so it's in play. And speaking of energy, that was Kendra Woody with a nice kill. You know, her and Sarah Vorwick have been part of, I don't know the technical term, but a traveling volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
So she's definitely improved her game from last year and just strengthened with the extra time that she's put in off season.
Is that one of those AAUU
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
things?
so,
like
yep.
it is?
Another serve by Larson to the back row, and that is out by LandM. 24-5 is the current score. This might be a quick, easy run. One more point will be a game point. No, too much excitement on that one. That goes into the net.
Abby Everhart put her hand on Andrea Larson's face. I wonder what she told her. She had to look clear up to her to talk to her.
So 28 or 29 for LandM is serving. Must be 29. Hargrave Senior. Touches by Larson, set by Darby, and a nice kill by Kara Brown. So that is game 25-6 for the first one against LandM. Looks like the ref is ready, but little hesitation on Monica Edels. So she's going to serve for the Bullets. Nice serve received by number 10. It goes off the hands of another girl. And here we have crowds standing up of the student section. And I don't think they were standing before, but maybe I didn't notice. Monica Edel served to the back row. Number 30 for LandM, kill attempt. Larson gets her hands on that and had to go through 3 hits and unable to make it over the net. So we'll see if the student section is rowdy and gives LandM some hackling when they're serving. There you go. There's a hackling. Number 10, Lexi Reimers, a senior. Serve error, so that's back in Bullets court. 2-1 is the score with Kendra Whitty. Reimers gets her hands on that one. I think that's Hargrave. Senior gets it over. And Heidi dinks that one for Mediapolis just over the net. So again, still serving Kendra Whitty, back row. Serves it off another player's shoulder and kind of look frustrated at that one. Another nice serve placement by Kendra. The poor Reimers is unable to do anything with that one.
Well, we got an email from Hannah Hilliard.
Hannah and Haley, so the two sisters up at Iowa State. And they're typically what's the word? Fan favorite of ours.
Yeah.
Listening to the volleyball whenever they are not back home, which I'm going to assume with their busy studies, they can't come during the week as often as maybe they would want to. They say good job to the Bullets and hi to their sister Heidi.
And they're listening, both Haley and her and Hannah are up at Iowa State. I would have thought that after Hannah went, she would have told Haley, don't make the same mistake as I did and go to Iowa.
And I'm a UNI alumni, so I don't know who you're talking to.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So back on the floor action, we still have Kendra Whitty serving, and the score is 8-1. And you can probably hear the student section in the background. So LandM is able to get that one over the net by Hargrave. Larson has a nice hit. That's out of bounds. So number 8 for LandM is going to serve. You are a senior. 8-2 is the score. Serve received by Monica. Nice set by Darby. Kill attempt by by Tiffany. LandM gets it back over the net. Darby's going to set again. Back to Tiffany. Comes off of number 12 in the back row. And no good for LandM.
Mediapolis has a nice crowd now. And the student section to the left of us here are on their feet. They were real quiet the first game. I think they were busy eating.
Just coming out of practices.
Yeah.
So Heidi served that one. LandM is able to get it over on 3 hits. Darby's going to set. Heidi's going to dink it over. LandM does a good job getting it over.
Tiffany slid in there, couldn't get underneath it.
I think that was Whitty.
Is that Whitty?
Yep. Two blondes, both have braids.
Yeah, I was going to say they both got braids.
But it was back row Whitty coming out. 9-3 is the current score. Libero for LandM is serving. And that is out. Our wonderful line judges tonight. Want to give them a big thanks to Amanda Kleina and Todd Hilton. And I'm not quite sure who's keeping our clock. And Coach Orth is doing our announcement for this particular game.
And to the left of me is the kid that mows my lawn.
So that was a serve by Darby Master, and that is out.
Tristan Sattler.
In the orange shirt.
Yes.
I have to see his face if I recognize him. Those junior high kids. So LandM is serving. Back row serve received by Kendra, set by Darby. Kill attempt by Kara Brown, and that goes off the hands of number 6, Beers of LandM. 11-4. Tiffany Kalina will be serving for the Bullets. She has a unique little jump serve in the middle of the court, and way too much power on that one. Unfortunately, her sister has to call that one out. Aww.
Bob Carter there.
So serving for LandM, I think, is Beers, junior. LandM gets that one back, 11-6. Comes off the net, good save by Larson. Set by Heidi. Woody just gets it over the net. We have a little dink by number 10, a senior, and we're going to have a carry lift called on maybe Kara Brown. So LandM is going to get that ball back. 11-7. Back row, serve received by Abby Eberhardt, set by Darby. And a nice kill by Heidi Hilliard. I don't know if you heard that, but that was Coach Orth.
That was?
Yeah. Serving for us is Andrea Larson. Whoa, too much. Gotta pull back on that trigger a little bit.
And the Larson family down here in the front row, of course. Jack attack, as I like to call him.
So serve by LandM. A little bit of struggle on our end, but Heidi gets it over. We'll skid it over. And nice kill, and they're going to call that out on Heidi. Kill attempt.
And of course, what would a sporting event be without a Bill or Cheryl Hilliard at it? We talked about parents that are instrumental in all these kids' lives when it comes to sports. And those two big sponsors of what the kids do around here. Making meals, traveling, giving rides.
24/7 job.
Good people.
Parenting. So LandM has made a little bit of a run, 12-10. They closed that gap, and we've just kind of been struggling a little bit on this one. That might have been the break in which we needed. LandM was unable to return it off of rafters. So it's 13-10. And serving rotation is Kara Brown. So LandM gets it over on the third. Larson gets it. Nice set by Darby, and I can't see the front row, but I'm pretty sure that was Heidi. So as a sophomore, Kara Brown getting quality playing time here tonight. Number 4 gets it over for LandM. Dowings, sophomore. Kendra Whitty, another sophomore. Kill attempt, but LandM returns it. And back to Kendra, and she dinks it over, and that was a set by Darby Massner.
If you'd like to email us, tell us where you're listening from. You can email dogcast@meepotelco.net. That's dogcast@meepotelco.net.
Nice serve by Kara Brown. And a nice little, I'm pretty sure that was Heidi, a little dink. Nobody in the front row for LandM to receive that one.
Well, Hannah and Haley, if you're listening, I don't know if your parents told you or not, but we got a huge rain here today.
Yeah. Past day and a half.
Yeah.
Nice kill by Heidi. And obviously those kills cannot happen without a really good set. So giving props to Darby Massner for being pretty consistent tonight in her setting. 17-10. Kara Brown still up serving. LandM hits that out of bounds on our end. Side out.
I always, whenever I broadcast, I did some baseball and softball, and I always forgot about how we have people listening in other states that don't know, you know,
That we
had rain or what the
crazy
crops
rain.
look like, you know, or you know, how tall the corn is, and so I always tried to tell people, you know, who I seen at the game or what the weather was like, or you know, just different events going on around town, because someone from California,
yep.
might not know.
My grass is still green, and I love it.
You know who will cut that when it gets too tall? And that's probably why she's not doing dogcasts anymore. Kim Shineland.
There you go. She had too many jobs. 19-11 is the score, and we're in the second match against LandM. We took the first one, 25-6. Kendra Whitty is serving. And that came off of number 10, Reamer's wrist. Nice serve by Kendra to the back row. Serve receive. Set by Darby, and a wonderful kill by Heidi Hilliard. 21-11. Not that we ever like to complain, but these bleachers are getting harder and harder as minutes pass.
They are.
So LandM gets it over. Kendra sets that one, gets it to Darby. Darby's going to give it to Tiffany. Tiffany just gets it over. So LandM's going to return it. Kendra gets her hands on it, goes up in the rafters, and comes down, and nobody can get their body in position for that one. 21-12. Number 8 serving for LandM, Pure, and that goes into the net. And rotation-wise, we will have Heidi serving. 22-12, 3 points away. See if she can close it out for us. She has to be careful on the oomph she puts on that one.
I think that was the second girl that got hit by one of those balls and felt the sting of it.
Nice little jump serve again. Nice placement right in front of the feet of 29, Hargrave. Looking to the bench for some pointers. And 1 point away if Heidi can do it. And there it is. Coming off of Hargrave. Last 3 unable to return of Heidi's any points, any serves, I should say. Back row, libero, Abby, Andrea, and Monica Ito. Serving for LandM is number 10, Reamers. Nice set by Darby to Kendra. LandM returns that successfully to Abby Eberhardt. And that had a sting a little bit. Nice kill by Heidi. Comes off the face of number 10. She's been taking a beating tonight. She's a senior. I'm sure she's used to a lot of aggressive playing, and her herself has showcased some of that tonight.
Glad you're joining us. We are in the third game of a triangular here at Mediapolis.
So So Kendra Whitty serving. And LandM returns that, and it just falls at the feet of, I think it was Monica Edel. Not quite sure what happened there. So number 8 for LandM will be serving Hewer, senior. And the score is 2-1. Nice serve by LandM. Set and kill by Heidi. And you can probably hear a little bit of the student section in the background, and Jacob Orth doing a little bit of announcing across the gym.
He's instigating.
Instigating. He's an instigator. Little volley going on, little kill attempt by Tiffany, and that is a good. It's good to go. 4-1. Heidi with a little bit of her jump serve. Comes off the fingertips of number, I'll say that's 6, but I'm not quite sure. For LandM, goes away in the back of the gym. So another serve by Heidi. LandM gets it over, and that goes out of bounds.
You're talking earlier about how close the parents are when it comes to these sports and helping out these kids. And you look at some of the people sitting here, they played against each other. Or, I mean, they played with each other on teams, you know.
Yeah.
Carla Eberhardt and Pam Massner over there were on several teams together growing up. All these people played together. So they're
Grew
watching
up in
their
the community,
kids.
yeah. Grew up in the community and then had kids, and now their kids are
Young
doing the same thing that
proteges.
they lived through. Yeah. 6-3. So LandM, number 30, is serving Lawrence. Nice serve to the back row. Serve received by Kendra. Kill attempt by Tiffany. LandM gets it over the net, and they're going to call a net on, I think, one of us. I think it was a net call.
You know what? 10 years from now, we could be sitting here doing this dog cast, and we could be out there going, that's that, or it'd be 20 years, that's Andrea Larson's daughter out there. Yeah, I remember when she was good. That's that Hilliard's daughter. Man, she was a, she was a great basketball
Unfortunately,
player.
I may not be retired by then. So it's Meepo ball. Darby Master will be serving. It's 7-4. Serve to the back row, libero for LandM. Number 10 gets it over to Kendra. Darby's going to set for Kalina. Kalina gets in the middle. Nice little weak spot for LandM. Served again by Darby. LandM struggle on that one, and that's a no-go.
Mediapolis now leading 9-4. I don't know when the LandM coach plans to take a timeout, but like you said earlier, it's all about momentum and breaking it.
We just broke that one ourselves.
Yeah.
Darby served into the net.
And there they go for it.
So serving for LandM is, I'm going to assume it's 18 Brockett Jr. Serve received by the back row. Nice kill by Larson after it comes off of Kendra Woody's hands. So we get the ball back quickly. Serving for us is Tiffany. That's a 10-5 score. Oh. Unfortunately, again, another one in the net, so that's 2. Getting the ball across the court seems to be a challenge. Number 6 for LandM serving Beers Jr. Nice serve received by Abby Eberhardt. Darby was expecting it to come somewhere else, and it goes opposite corner, and that's an error on our part. So another nice serve. A good miscommunication once again, but Abby Eberhardt gets it over. LandM has to take 3 to return it. Heidi touches, Darby sets. Kara Brown, nice kill. That was not out.
out the door into the concourse.
Oh, I might have been sleeping on that one. So LandM ball. Serve received by the back row. Darby sets to Larson. Nice little block by LandM. Abby Eberhardt sets. Kendra Whitty. Tell by her facial expressions she wasn't ready for it. So 10-9. LandM is sticking around on this game. And we're making several silly errors. So Coach Steffner might call a timeout or might just wait.
She did walk towards the court and she was saying something and she kind of shook her finger like you can't do that.
Easier said than done. So serve error on LandM, giving us the ball back. 11-10 with Larson serving. See if we find our mojo again. LandM gets it over on the third attempt. Heidi touches it. Darby's going to set it. Actually, she gets it over the net. And it drops. It's not what she wanted to do, I don't think, but hey, it worked. Serving again, Larson. LandM struggles. Every team struggles coming off the rafters. 13-10. Nice little jump serve by Larson. LandM sets it. Nice block by Heidi and Kendra. So the first two matchups were pretty easy, and we're pulling away once again from LandM. Ooh, serve out by Andrea Larson.
Kathy, when they serve, can they go up to that orange line there?
They can, but I think they have to touch the ball and then they can step over it. So they can step over it as they're finishing their serve, but I think the serve has to be completed before they go over it.
Okay. So I've seen several of them step on the yellow line, and I didn't know.
No, it should be the orange one. So that's where line judges are standing at. So serve error by LandM. Scores 15-12. In the rotation, we have Kara Brown. Nice serve, a lot of power on that one. LandM does a funky little lift, but works to our advantage. So somebody is emailing us, telling us they can hear the crowd really, really clearly. So I don't know if we got softer or the crowd just got obnoxiously louder. So 17-12, Kara Brown, nice serve, but that one goes out. So we're gonna see if we can modify a little bit here. Serving for LandM, number 10, Reimers. Said her name quite a bit tonight. That's a nice high serve. Larson touches it. Darby's going to set it. And that was Kendra Whitty kill attempt. LandM keeps it in play, but again, that silly little rafter beams in the gym. 18-13. Whitty serving. Nice serve to the back row. LandM takes 3 to get it over. Monica Ito gets her hands on that. Nice little block by Darby. Don't see that often for her, but that was a nice little touch. That was right on the line. And they're going to consider it an ace by Kendra Whitty. Another nice serve by Kendra. And kill attempt by 29, and I think that's Hargrave. 21-13. Whitty is still serving. Nice serve to the back row again. Nice block between Darby and Heidi. 22-13 is the current score. Nice little drop in the middle of the court by Kendra. Typically she's been hitting the back row, but that was a nice little change up on her serve. Another back row, and that comes off of her hand into the bench for LandM. 24-13. So this could be game point for Mediapolis. Serve received by LandM. Nice set. Kill attempt, but a block. That rolls on our side. So LandM will get an opportunity. It's a 10-point spread. Not quite sure if they'll be able to pull that one off, but crazier things happen. And serve received by Kendra in the back row. Set by Darby. Kill attempt by Tiffany, and that was way out of bounds. 24-15. Serving for LandM is Hewer, senior. Nice serve received by Kendra. That comes off to an area where there's no bullet to assist on that one. 24-16. Nice serve, but that is out of bounds. So Bullets took that one 25-16.